Hello. I am starting my day the way anyone should. With a BJ. Hello to Neil. What's up, Brendan? Bob K, Shizno Ninja. What's up, Risky Grizz? Ask Anna. Already starting the stream off with a gifted sub I see there. Thank you, Ask Anna. And in case you were wondering, Ask Anna, if your sub went to the right place, because I see that you were trying to, it looks like, gift a sub to someone who claims they were the first one here today. I can actually tell you, Ask Anna, that the person you gifted to, this feels like a Maury episode, was indeed the first one there. So, you made the right decision. Sorry, Helmy. That's just the facts, buddy. You were number 2, I think. Quantity sufficient. Hey, buddy. Thanks for the Prime. 5 months. Asad096. Thanks for the 2 months with Prime as well. We're going to start with the Stonewall today. That's the plan. Can we now cage the plebs? One gifted sub, Askena, and you're already looking to cage them, hey? There might be more plebs than subs here right now, you know? We got a small crowd because you have to remember, yesterday, St. Paddy's Day. Everyone is probably passed out right now. Eddie Barber won't be awake until Halloween, you know? There's just some people that I don't think are going to be attending class today. Only the weaklings are passed out. Did you have a long night, Sir Mughal? I agree, Midnight. Don't worry, those guys are going to have extra homework. They're going to have some taxes to pay. That sounds like a nice little tradition there, Quantity. You're from India, so you're good? There we go. Drinking from the shoes again? I did no such thing yesterday. Any word of my next chess boxing match? I'm not sure there will be one, but no, there's no developments there. Final score between Czech and Salty. You passed out at 6:30 a.m. I almost don't want to spoil it. I almost don't want to spoil it. It was just that good. But I will say, it was a 1-point victory in the very end by a single game. It was tied, and then next point wins. It was probably one of the closest, most entertaining matches we've had. The quality was, you know how they say when something's really good, it's through the roof? Yeah, it was through the floor, if I can coin an expression. Hello, Bunglet. You're pleased to see your buddy Salty go down? Bunglet has been harping that Salty doesn't stand a chance in matches for a while. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any evidence to support that, but you know, finally after 39 games, there was a winner in Salty versus Czech. It's your birthday today, Yuandas. Thanks for sharing, buddy. Happy birthday. We got Czech Manarov's birthday today. There's a lot of hockey today. There's a big UFC event, which I'm probably going to go watch. So I'm not going to be here for a super long time right now. I'm going to stream for some hours now, probably like 3 or 4. And then go watch UFC, which is a London event today. So that's starting a little earlier. And then after the UFC, the plan is to come back and stream again. So there'll be 2 streams today. Am I on the main card? Are you talking about betting? Or are you asking me if I'm literally fighting in the main card? Both are reasonable questions. Fighting, yeah. I figured. A Winer 067, greetings from Croatia. Well, what's up, buddy? I'm listening to Adriatic right now. We're going to get started with some Stonewall today. As you can see, we're at 700. 700. And hopefully on the way up. Going to continue using the Stonewall setup. It's been presented before. So I think you guys should know it by now. But it's characterized by those pawns c3, d4, e3, f4. And of course you can flip it to black's perspective as well and do the same setup. So we're trying to get that as much as possible. Something like that, Shade, exactly. Something like that. All right. All right. Let's get started. I got my booster juice. Got a little bit of water. I'm ready to go. How you guys feeling? How's the morning energy? I say morning even though we're in the afternoon because I know some people are sluggish today. I can just feel it. I can see it in the messages. Some people are feeling a little sluggish, and that's okay. Let me do the talking. What would I do if I lost my ability to play chess? I would learn it all over again. Chad. Chad answer. Okay, good luck. We're sticking with 5-minute games. Let's go, let's go. All right, d4 to start off. Got this in my back pocket here. Bishop d3. I've been starting with the bishop first. It's not particularly needed, but here we go. We've got our setup. Let's make sure to get c3 in there, especially against the bishop like this. Really nice to set up this pawn structure. It just doesn't look good, right? That bishop's POV is not looking too interesting. Knight out. We want to get castled still. Are we not worried about the backwards e-pawn in this setup? Well, Bob K, I couldn't say that we're not worried about it, but I can tell you that it is a feature of the setup, right? It's kind of like you see an opening like the Nimzo, and black gives white double pawns. You say, aren't you worried about the double pawns? Well, I mean, I don't love them, but there are a lot of good things that come with it as well. So yes, this is a big problem. You know, that this bishop is no good. Those are the negatives of the position. The positives are that because I've got these pawns here, I've got a great anchor square on e5. Really easy to create attacking chances. My rook is already opened up. So there's some good things as well. But yeah, this is definitely an issue. We're going to have to learn to play with it and play around it. Absolutely. When they take, we always take this way. Just easy to remember. If we can avoid it, we do not want to be capturing pawn from c3 to d4. We always want to go e takes. That way when we put our knight in, if it gets taken back, this pawn ends up on e5. All right, let's bring the knight. I like covering the e4 square before I jump into e5, because after I jump in, takes, I want to make sure that black's knight doesn't have that square. It's kind of the thought process. If we see bishop g4, can anyone tell me the move that I'm probably going to play? That's a good test question. If black plays bishop g4, what move am I most likely going to play? Based on this series so far and what we know about this opening. Queen b3 is not only incorrect, but it's actually so wrong. Your pieces should not even touch the queen side in this opening. This entire opening is king side only moves. So queen b3 is incredibly wrong. So if that's your instinct, that's switch it up immediately. h3, not a bad move, but the best move, the one that I like, is queen to e1. So if you said queen e1, congratulations. The queen wants to make it out to h4 a lot of the time. It wants to get out of the pin. And queen e1 also guards the e4 square, which is useful, stopping this. So if bishop takes, knight takes, black can't play knight e4. There's a lot of good things, a lot of good reasons why queen e1 is the move there. You'll notice that all my moves in this opening are kingside based. Queen here, knight here, bishop here, right? This maneuver, bishop aiming this way. Like, I don't even care about, you know, basically this section of the board. That doesn't exist to me. Does not exist. All right, knight d7. So again, this capture doesn't bother me, right? The reason I can play this is I know there's no knight coming into e4, but I am not scared of somebody taking, right? I'm always taking back with this pawn. The f pawn's gonna open up my rook, and look at my bishop. Remember, Bob K was bringing up a good point. Absolutely, right? Aren't we concerned in this opening about this pawn and how bad this bishop is? I mean, isn't that funny how it worked out? Look at the final position now. Look at this bishop. Might be one of the best pieces on the board. Queen b6 is actually a decently devilish looking move. It's pinning this pawn, which means knight takes pawn here is actually a threat. Kind of weird, but it is a threat. So to stop knight takes pawn, I would either, I mean, my instincts would be king h1, bishop somewhere, but guess what? When you move the bishop, you lose this pawn, or queen somewhere, right? Because I can move my queen somewhere to protect that pawn and essentially cover it like that. Any of the above is probably decent. King h1, queen e1, those are my top moves. And I like queen e1 because it still has the idea of going queen h4. I think this is the vibe. And notice how I'm guarding this pawn on e5. So queen e1, I'm just a fan of the move. Bishop g4 not being pinned is just kind of nice. All right, goes bishop g4 anyway. Once again, renewing the threat of takes. and takes. So because the threat is renewed, I think I need to react once again and move my king. The only other thing to consider is, can I go knight g5 or something to that effect? But I'm not really a big fan of knight takes there, so I'm going to move my king out of the way. Now I'm ready to strike, because now there's no threats. There's no pins this way or this way. I'm about to unleash some pretty nasty moves, so I think my opponent needs to be ultra careful, and I'm not sure that that move is ultra careful enough. Where do our pieces want to go? Let's get them into the action. Queen to h4, bishop to h6, knight to g5. Look at all my pieces. It's aimed here. This is aimed here, right? So this is probably a great move from my opponent. I'm going to take with the rook, though, and maybe I'm teasing the idea of rook h3. Every single piece is working here. The only piece that's not, and guess what it's going to do, is the rook on a1 is going to move from a1 to f1. And that'll probably be me more or less maximizing, I want to say. My position is basically just not going to get much better than that. I think that's just that's the truth. Now, bishop h6, knight f5. I don't think I love that so much, because that's going to trade away my bishop. So a couple things I'm looking at here. Rook h3 to hit this pawn. And then when the pawn moves, just crack it open with g4, or g4 first. Both moves look incredibly tempting. I'm going to go with the ultra direct move, which is rook h3, and then g4. But if you play g4 first there, it might even be a bit of a better move. I really like g4. Stops h5, stops knight f5, and prepares rook h3 or bishop h6. So I just chose a very direct approach, but I think the other one would have worked as well. Checkmating patterns against this king right now. It's important to be familiar with them. One that I'm looking at is takes, queen h7 check, king over, bishop h6. I'm hanging my rook, but I'm threatening checkmate in one on g7. And if my opponent takes my bishop, I play queen takes bishop, the king has to return, and then queen h8 is mate, supported by the rook. Additionally, if my bishop's on g5, if he takes, I have queen h7 and queen h8 check, takes, and again, if they don't have knight g8 and they have to play king g7, then bishop f6 is mate. And those are just like common checkmating patterns when you have control of the dark squares around a king. So they don't always work in every position, but those are the ones that I'm checking here. Goes queen c7. Well, I'm thinking about this, but if I'm honest, I like this move a little bit more. After this move, maybe knight f5 happens, takes, queen h7, king runs. You know, I don't feel like I'm mating. So I like this first. I can bring another piece into the attack, and I will. This is going to ensure that all my pieces are working, which is just a good feeling. Okay, now rook c8, and you see this bishop's cutting the king off from running. Got all the pieces doing something. It definitely looks like it's time to take this. I'm still going to refrain, and I'm going to play rook here, because I don't need my rook and queen both on this line anymore. And knight f5 is not possible. So very hard to defend this. He's going to do this anyway. By the way, my opponent has put up a very good defensive effort. Like, he really has. I will be crashing through here, but he's tried his best. It definitely took some advanced attacking ideas to break through. I just never cashed in too early. Good game. Matty Westside. There was a kind of random checkmate that I saw in one variation that I thought was kind of reasonable. Here, I thought, oh, he might go like this. And then I was thinking, what a weird checkmate it would be to go like this. Takes. Knight here. Bishop check. King here. Rook takes f7. And mate. I was thinking, damn, if he lets me do this one, that would be funny. Very rare to get a checkmate that looks quite like this, where black's pieces are all contributing to why it has no squares. And then a bishop, pawn, and rook are taking the other ones. Honestly, strong 700. That's what I'm saying, Loafs. I think he put up tremendous resilience. Because, let's be real, at 700, this is amazing defense. King f8. Understanding you have to play knight f5. I mean, people aren't sacking a bishop here at 700. So, yeah, I was really impressed with his defense there. But Stonewall, Queen e1 is a really important motif. Always capture, let's say, the e pawn always takes back, and when your knight's on e5, the f pawn always takes back, because it opens up your rook. And then all your pieces just end up pointed at the king. This is why I was saying, like, for those that suggested earlier to play queen b3, you totally have the wrong idea for the Stonewall. I mean, not an atrocious move, but when it comes to the Stonewall, I would say it is atrocious, right? In this position, queen b3 is just the wrong vibe completely. Need your pieces on the king side. That's what the Stonewall is all about. A max power. I definitely have Usman in the main event. Probably betting on Usman and probably betting against Gaethje as well. On the main and co-main. I think it's a co-main, right? Some ideas, BCZ. Yeah, you could say that. Definitely the queen e1 idea, and how the how you might attack in that case, or similar. Yeah, I think the co-main's going to be a good one. You got Usman when it was minus 230, easy money. And of course, it's fully ironic that your name is Leon. Yeah, it's an early start today for UFC. It's hosted in the UK. All right, let's jump into another game. I hope you found that reasonably instructive. It was more instructive because my opponent was a good defender. We were able to get a lot of the attacking motifs in there. But that's the Stonewall for you. Very effective. You just drop a knight on e5, take with the f pawn, and it's like, how easy is that? All right, he's playing e5. I'm probably going to play e3. I mean, I respect him. I'm probably going to play e3 and f4 just to try to stay in the wheelhouse here, but go, buddy. He's leaving it hanging once again. He does not want me to play. Stonewall, baby. Stonewall, baby. I mean, this is one of the weirder Stonewalls I've ever played, that's for sure. People do not want me playing my Stonewall for some reason. I'm like, what the heck? Castled, knight c6. So, I mean, I don't have an f-pawn, so there's nothing for me to take it back with. But I think we can just bring the pieces out. I'm thinking if he takes, then there might be some sort of check, and I think he's just blundering here, unfortunately. Rook takes f6. Well, you guys are gonna have to show me the line. Rook takes f6, queen takes f6. I mean, what's your big idea? Queen h5, g6. Yeah, keep the line going. Queen h5, g6. I don't want the king running away, so I'm definitely going to give this check no matter what to keep the king in the middle of the board. Basically, I'd love to take and go bishop g5, but I see that that's not possible right now, so I'm going to use this check here in order to free up my bishop. So if he takes, I would go queen there and then bishop g5. He's voluntarily done this, which absolutely makes bishop g5 attractive, but of course we do have a slightly more attractive move. GG. Thanks, Mega Man Maniac, for the 41 months. This game wasn't much of a Stonewall for sure, but okay. I mean, I'm gonna face this once in a while. Obviously, we can't set up the Stonewall against this too easily, but when I play with the black pieces against e4, I play e6, d5, f5 to try to force him to take and still get a knight to e4. So with this, I was gonna do the same thing. Try to get him to take, and then still put a knight on e5. Transposed to a Kali? I don't think this transposed to anything. I don't even think this was anything. This is just my opponent blundering a pawn in the middle and unfortunately leaving a few too many things hanging. But in general, you're never going to be playing a Kali if you've moved your F pawn. But similar ideas to that opening, absolutely. Very similar ideas. All right, next game. Go e3. Well, I think this game is proof why you play bishop d3 before you play f4. I always say I want to go bishop here to prevent the... Well, there you go. I mean, this opening is just too easy. Look, this isn't me, right? This isn't me. What am I doing here? I'm doing absolutely nothing. Am I right or am I right? This is him. He's trying to lose. Don't worry. We're going to stay true to the Stonewall. Hang on a sec. I don't think he realizes who he's doing this to. This might not be a smart idea, sir. This might not be a smart idea. I mean, he's determined. I'll give him that. Oh, buddy. I don't know what to tell you right now. I mean, this is really something else. Well, I can say this is definitely the first time. This is a real privilege. Better resign, my friend. It's gonna be a long night. We're encroaching. Okay, but now we need to queen our pawns, so the pieces have to return home. We're gonna need him out of that corner. I wasn't done yet. I was gonna set it up on the other side of the board. It's always entertaining to me. It's like people sit there and think that they're accomplishing something by making me play on. It's like, no, I'm enjoying myself. You, on the other hand, are fucking yourself. I'm having a great time. I could do this all day. You, on the other hand, have to endure this. You're accomplishing nothing, my friend. This was, so what I was going to do, of course, was I was going to try to set up the classic, right? Where you get the pieces down to the other side for mate. So something to the effect of this. Of course, this is the artistic goal. Just looks pretty, you know? He didn't let us finish it off. Askena, I hope you had a good time watching, and I wanted to show the final product. Askena, this is what we were going for. This is what those 10 subs support. It could be this masterpiece. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs, Askena. And Chestad512 for 2 years with Prime. Thanks, Chestad. Now, don't forget, guys. This all started from the Stonewall. This all started from the Stonewall. Now, if we're looking at his games here, I see that he's... It looks like this is a regular thing for him. It really does, right? So here, he's playing normally. Right? He's got the white pieces, he's playing normally. And then, all of a sudden, when he makes a blunder or something, he just implodes and gives up every piece and resigns or loses. Now, it's remarkable to me that he's actually won a game here. It's like, how did he win? Well, first of all, he looks like he's a seasoned player there. Oh, he got 2 queens and then he started saying hi. That's impressive. So he actually won a game. And then he lost this game. I'm just wondering what set him on that massive tilt. He's playing black here. Right? It's so weird. He plays like a normal game, and then all of a sudden, he just implodes. And just, like, does some insane stuff. And just resigns. You know? Like, what? Is this how you guys rage as well? Like, all of a sudden, you just malfunction and do stuff like that? Because then his next game, it looks like he did it again. He's like playing normally here with white. Normally. And then just boom. And all of a sudden, you know, it's an everything must go sale. And I think if you know, consistently do that in your games, eventually you're going to come up against somebody who does this to you. And you're not gonna have a good time. I mean, this is traumatizing. Hopefully he never does that anymore. This game might be the lesson for him. Like, I think this game is enough to say, you know what? I'm gonna stop doing that. So finally, we might see some resignations. 199 moves. And then he resigned here. It's like, okay, that's interesting. You know, and how is he doing now? Then he lost the 35 move game. He's right back to it. He's learned nothing. He plays a normal game with black. And then as soon as he loses material, he just goes insane. He's still playing normally. And then it was that move that tilted him. And now he's like, okay, GG. Damn. Well, anyway, that's our... this is what we're looking at over our morning coffee here. Quantity sufficient. Thanks for the 1,200 bits. For the Stonewall, that nastiness, and to restock the fridge from yesterday. Heading out to a pub. See you, quantity sufficient. Enjoy. Have a good time, buddy. Let's get back to the Stonewall here. That was a rather interesting game, wasn't it? I think there's only one way to do it. New online ID. Like, you just have to move on, you know? You have to move on. All right, let's keep going. We're at 729. And we do finally get a game with the black pieces. D4, let's play D5. E6. And would you look at this? The Stonewall is possible. And we'll set up our pawns like this. And again, I'm going to use that E4 square to really sink a piece in. Might be a little uncomfortable for him. Because remember, when he takes, I take back, hits two pieces. That alone is like almost something that's going to happen for sure. What about the light square bishop? Yeah, it's not looking too pretty, is it? But that's okay. It's part of the opening. All right, so he's played F3. And he's saying, look, your knight's not going there. And I'm happy he did, because we finally get to talk about, hey, what happens when people do that? Well, first of all, I'm going to start booting this knight out. And I was going to say, he's probably going to feel pretty enticed to go there. Okay? We just wasted a little bit of time there. We will slide our knight into E4. And remember, if we're both playing this opening, we're both playing this setup, there's no way that he knows it better than you. Because you meant to play this. He played this because he just ended up here. You meant to do this. Never forget that. Now this bishop, very big problem. I absolutely want to trade this thing. And it's only going to happen on that square or that square. Literally the only two places that that bishop has any semblance of life. Right? Knight f6 and working around this knight. Absolutely. You know, I would say taking it is just so symmetrical, so boring, so difficult to do anything. So yes, I'm going to move this knight to f6. And we're going to have to change up our strategy a little bit. Right? From a previous attack on this king, I'm now actually going to be focused on, hey, can I trade these bishops? That's the dream for me. And can I undermine this knight? That's also the dream for me. So there's two things that I really want to do. I want to get this pawn to move, and I want to get this pawn to move. So I'm immediately looking at c5. I'm immediately looking at g5. And I want to trade this guy off. So for now, let's just keep our development going. But know that those are the things that are occupying my mind. Well, Shizno, I can't really... Problem is, I can't really get my my queen to h5. It's kind of stumped, you know? Let's do this. It's interesting that he knows this maneuver. That's very advanced. Color me impressed. Wow. If he takes this, by the way, I'm absolutely taking with my pawn to hit this knight. So I think it would be a mistake for him to take this knight. He definitely does not want to do that. Okay, go c3. Bring the rook to what should become an open file soon. Again, I'm trying to encourage this move because then the knight gets a little unstable on e5. I've also opened up my bishop. So there is a dream of, let's say, pawn here and maybe trading the bishop. It's so important to try to trade these light squared bishops if you can. And wow, c4. I'm telling you, these moves are girthy. Big moves from the 700. Why am I taking here? Because I see I can force my opponent to do that. Normally in the Stonewall, we like doing this, but right now I have a protected pass pawn that, I mean, that's just not going to change. So I think black has a very nice position because of that, and I've created that pass pawn simply by taking on d4. So I'm feeling good about that. I'm going to move my king out of the way here. What if he takes ed? Oh, yeah. Well, I guess I just explained that. Bishop to g4. Looking to attack my pawn here. Seemingly, once again, causing me problems with my rook on c8. I'm probably going to bring my rook over here. In line with the queen, and certainly out of line from these pawns. Like, that was looking a little annoying. Having to deal with this, and okay, I think it's nicer to be here in general. If I take, and he takes back that way, he actually loses this knight. So I think taking, he's actually going to play knight takes back, which is, you know, a little unusual. He would leave this pawn isolated, but I think that's his plan here. Takes, knight takes. He's gone f5. I mean, takes, what's it going to be? Rook takes. This guy's coming to eat me alive here. What did I do to deserve this? Is this penance for playing 199 moves last game? All right, I'm going to have to let it happen, as they say. I'm going to have to let it happen. All right, bishop takes. Probably not the move I would have done. It's very tempting to take this now. So tempting that I don't think I can refuse. Bishop here, here. I mean, there's no way. There's no way this guy's at 700. Like, how does he stay there? How does he lose, you know? Queen e2. Another good move. What can I say? Bishops are strong. I am actually going to go back to an old plan of mine and try to trade this bishop off. This will also double as like making an escape square, so I kind of like that. Instant move. All right, d4. I mean, who here is 700 looking at this guy and going, hang on, what's he eating? I want to have the same diet. Rook f4. I mean, the quality, these moves, it's impressive. It really is. I mean, rooks behind pawns, right? That's got to be the vibe. That's always a good thing to do. Queen b2. I mean, you got to be kidding me. I'm going to go queen here. Like, give me a moment here, bud. These moves are pretty strong there, lad. I'm going to flag. Well, now that you've said it, I'm concerned. I'm trying to push him. Going for gold here. I only got played as 700 stronger than this in my life. I mean, this is something else. Just amazing. Queen C1. Oh my goodness. I don't know how he's 700. I mean, it's unbelievable. He's the strongest 700 I've ever met. And he's legit 700. I just know it. And he's a diamond member. He's a paying member. 1,000 rapid. 1,000 puzzles, 700 blitz after like almost 2,000 games. Like what? Super impressive. Hey, I mentioned this earlier. It's always going to be a little annoying when people play the Stonewall against your Stonewall. So I can explain something at a bit of a higher level here. Which is why I didn't do something. So here, after castling, first of all, you can never prevent your opponent from doing the same thing to you, because if your opponent wants to play the Stonewall, guess what they can? As soon as you do this, they can just play knight here and pawn there. So you can never prevent it fully. That's just the reality. However, if they give you an opportunity, I love playing this move before even developing that, because I stop the move knight e5. And stopping knight e5 feels amazing. Now I don't have to worry about this and this. So I've been doing this a lot of the time because it prevents this. And then I just go here, here, and life is good. The reason I didn't do knight d7 and why sometimes I refrain is because if my knight's on f6, and then knight d7 is amazing. Very good move. Because now I can meet the move c4, potentially with the move knight e4. I just sink the knight in. The reason I'm meeting it with this is because when the pawn takes here, I said we always want to take this way, not this way. But now I'm dropping a pawn, and I'm dropping a pawn because my knight is here and it's not defended. So at a higher level, I didn't want to play this move because white would respond with c4. And now I'm in a predicament because I can't develop this knight like a normal person because my pawn's hit. And I don't have my knight here to stick on e4 to block that. So now I just can't really develop my pieces normally. It's a little awkward. So that's why I played knight here. And now if my opponent didn't play knight e5, I would for sure play knight here. So that I can meet this by just plopping the knight in on e4. So a lot of times against lower rated players, I might play this move because it stops this and I'm able to enjoy the Stonewall more. But there's going to be a moment where players are going to start playing this and it's going to be uncomfortable because then I'm going to go here. I'm going to have to go here. They're going to take. I'm going to have to take this way. And you really don't want this in the Stonewall. It's such a big difference between having this and this. So anyway, that's why I did what I did and we allowed this. Maybe this was the better trade-off, but this is kind of like a bad habit move because it pays off sometimes. But when people start doing this regularly and you have to take this way, it doesn't feel good at all. E takes d5 is so much better. It opens the e file. All those positions that you see where, you know, someone goes like this and the bishop's wide open, those are all because we took with the e pawn. It would not be the same if the pawn was right here. Opens the e file, opens the bishop, and it just stays solid. Closes the c file for white. A lot of good things. So what I'm saying is the opening is bad. I'm not sure how you heard all that and interpreted that the opening is bad. All I said is there's no way to prevent someone from doing my opening against me. So essentially you're saying that I'm saying my opening is bad because you can play my opening against my opening. Actually, doesn't that mean my opening is good? Actually, the refutation to your opening is your opening with white. Actually, if it refutes your opening, it has to be good, so it can't be bad. Trying there, Boop Lord. Parmadoc, thanks for the brand new sub and for gifting a sub. Parmadoc, welcome. Mike Salsa for 7 months. Hockey and Things, 17 months. Ditto Bitto for 19 months, tier 3. Cheers there. Ditto and Smolky, thank you. Appreciate it, man. All right, let's go for another game. We got the white pieces. Ooh. This will be interesting because F5, the Dutch, already, it's like a little mini Stonewall already. The Dutch often transposes into the Stonewall for black. So let's see. All right, let's get our setup here. So here's a good example. Knight here. This move I can still deal with by going like knight here or taking a knight g5 and winning a pawn because this move is so bad it's blocking the d pawn. But still, in this case, I'm going to go here because I'm going to stop this move ahead of time. And now there's no, I'm not worried about any of this stuff. So I can take my time to play knight f3 after. Okay, one move attack, one move defense. Let's get castled. And I think we can boot this knight out with h3 and then get our knight into e5. And that should be a pretty good position for us. All right, h3, nice square for the king. I can't complain about that. And as we always do, let's get that knight in, and of course, pre-move capturing with the f pawn. Knight supported by 2 pawns like this, just so strong. Because you either have to deal with it or take it. Both are not very desirable. Okay, he makes a good decision, honestly, not to take it. So a nice follow-up move once the knight gets into e5. You might think that the follow-up is like knight over to f3, but I caution against doing this when your opponent can play knight e4. I like to leave this knight controlling that square. But then you're wondering, well, how the hell do I develop the rest of my pieces? If I'm not going to move this knight, it's literally blocking my bishop, which is why a big follow-up to this move is very often this move, e4. If you can ever get the Stonewall where you play e4 right behind, like, I mean, this is one of the biggest advantages you can probably get in this opening, because now you're combining other opening ideas with the Stonewall. The biggest weakness in the Stonewall is the e-pawn, and how it's usually sitting on kind of like a backward square, blocking the bishop. So if you can get this, I mean, you're smooth sailing, let's say. I'll take, and I'll actually be able to take back on f5 and simply win a pawn here. The other very, very tempting option is bishop c4 check. And that king does not have many safe places to go. Why not knight takes knight in e5? Because you're not really going to get that tactic very often in the Stonewall. I like the Stonewall, which is about just leaving the knight there. This knight causes so many problems just sitting on that square. So yeah, I know that at some point he's going to take it, or he's not. It's going to benefit me. I'm going to play this move now because I'm not worried about 94. Hey, good move. Good move. Knight there. I'm going to stick with our kind of tried and tested plans here. Bishop d2. It guards pawns. That's what I want. Meanwhile, my knight's still supported a ton of times in the middle. Rook b8. Well, now that all our pieces seem to be in place, I'm going to take here. The reason that this move is playable, by the way, is definitely not just this and this, because then black plays knight f6 and stops queen to h7, right? So the reason that I think this is okay here is because after knight here and queen here, I'm also threatening not just queen h7, but queen f7. I think that's the important difference. Queen f7 also leads to mate. Knight here stops this, but I have queen f7 and the rather pleasing knight g6 mate. And anytime that this knight gets taken, the f pawn captures. I mean, it's just bad news, right? King there, trying to run away. I think you'll be understanding. When we give this knight check, we're stopping. And now the king has to move into a nice checkmate there. Looks a little prettier than queen f7 in my opinion. How can you resist arranging your knights like that? '97? 97 is a risky Adam Hart lover, right? Queen h7, queen h8, knight g8. H8 would have looked nicer. I think it would have looked too disconnected. The queen and the knights don't have a lot of they don't have a lot of cohesion. Something about this is a little more pleasing. This looks too imbalanced. Okay, obviously our opponent did not make a good move here. Bishop d6. But this is a great Stonewall. All we wanted was knight e5. Someone was asking why didn't we play knight takes in e5. So knight takes c6 and pawn e5 is absolutely a win, for sure. You know, it's going to win a pawn. But I will say that it definitely doesn't... Like, pawn takes pawn here is a huge advantage for white. And I like the idea of, like, we're doing this Stonewall series to kind of focus on just leaving the knight there and forcing your opponent to either take you or, as you saw in this game, that knight basically delivered the checkmating sequence, right? So it caused a lot of issues. So that's the focus, just cementing that knight and really not leaving for any reason. Being a little thematic. That's right, Joe. Small Key, thanks for another gifted sub. Cheers, bud. Back we go. Back we go. I'm generally starting with e6 against e4. So we play d5, and if they take, we go for f5. Same thing for this. Of course they can play e5, but we're going to try to get our Stonewall set up, right? It's kind of nice that way. All right, c6. Important to guard that pawn so that, for example, takes our queen can take, whereas previously it couldn't. We would lose this pawn. Now, we're pinned. Definitely annoying. Not gonna lie. Hey, you got the right vibes, Joe. You got the right vibes. Queen e8 incoming, right? That's going to free up our queen from that pin. And knight e4 is going to... It's going to be hard to handle. All right, knight h4 is interesting. That is a legitimate threat on f5. That's a real threat. Now that I've seen the knight move, I'm actually currently interested in queen c7 because it hits a pawn and gets out of the pin. It's not very Stonewall-y to play any other kind of moves here because this is a threat. I mean, g6 can be played, but it's a little iffy. So I'm kind of interested in this move to get out of the pin. And if he takes, then the rook takes back and guards the pawn. So this is a nice compromise. Now it's important to guard this square, guard this pawn. Let's get this knight. So I probably want to bring the rook back, bring the knight here, and bring the knight there. That's a nice and easy plan. This pawn's protected by the rook. When the rook moves back and the knight goes there. So knight here will go g6. And the reason I don't mind playing g6 here is he doesn't have a dark square bishop anymore. So I'm not concerned about all these weak squares by my king. White has this bishop, and this is actually the perfect pawn structure against it. So I'm actually very happy here. Yeah, knight here. Threatening e6, you'll notice that all my moves, they kind of keep things covered in stride. I don't have to react to his moves by, like, I don't know, playing rook e8 to defend it. It's like, no. Me playing knight f6, which was my normal plan, also defends. Perfect. And finally, at long last, I think we've all been waiting. There is knight e4. And of course, move taking with the f pawn. We made it. You can see how effective it is just getting that knight there. It's so hard to deal with. All right. Take this pawn with a check. And I think I'll go and take another pawn here. Queen into g3 is going to be a pretty powerful move. Pretty much a winning move if I can play it next. I think here we can just unleash a nice tactical motif that is indefensible. I'm going to start by taking. And then in this position, it's like there's a lot of decent moves, but strangely enough, completely winning and very odd looking is bishop g1. And to be honest, you just can't stop me from playing this move. Queen h2. You can take it. You could literally do any move you want, and I can sit there and pre-move queen h2, right? It's kind of a nice motif. My opponent said, well played. Oh, what a guy. Good game. But really, as soon as the knight got to e4, things changed, right? That was like the turning point. Knight goes to e4, and all of a sudden, like, the game looks over, remarkably. It's like completely winning all of a sudden. Thanks, Latin and Blonde. 5 gifted subs from Latinum. Appreciate it, Latinum Blonde. I thought that was a nice win. I agree, Latinum. It was a feel-good win of the day, you know? Knight h4, not a great move. I liked queen c7. But remember, here, whenever we're facing this and we have 2 pawns and the knight's like primed to jump in, but we're pinned, it's all about unpinning yourself. Here, I did it like this because it made a threat. That's only because his knight moved. If that knight was there, I would 100% play queen e8. But because he threatened my pawn and left his pawn loose, I went queen c7. Hello to Dr. Lord Mayo. Is Eddie in the chat? I don't see Eddie here. But Eddie is a big St. Patrick's Day enjoyer, so I'm not sure. Not sure we'll see Eddie, as I said, until Halloween. So good game. Let's jump into another one. We did hit 750s. That's a nice little milestone. Yay, go me. Go me. Let's go see if we can hit 800. Playing 5-minute games here and trying to use the Stonewall setup. Okay, so we got a London. Start with e6. And here we go. He goes back. Remember, I'm in no rush to take that. No rush at all. This castle. And let's plant it, baby. Plant it in there. All right, the dust has settled, and what do we have here? The move knight g5 has just been played. We got our pawn in there. If I attack the knight, it's going to go here. I have a few things on my mind. A knight on h3 I'd love to take. Plus, I've already shared a few times that if you can get the move e5, it's just a bonus. So I'm looking at e5 now as a mega move, because then I'm threatening stuff like this or this, and if knight h3, I just take it for free. So I'm absolutely going to be playing the move e5 here. Open up my bishop. Takes, hits the knight. Queen h5 can be very easily dealt with. Move like h6. So he goes here. I think the move is very reasonable. However, while I find it reasonable, I don't think you can reason with this. Queen g6. Basically, the only available square for him is h3, and instead of h6, I played queen g6, so that now he can't even use that square because the bishop is going to take it, and the queen is pinning the pawn. So it's the worst of every situation, which is why I guess we see a counterattack here, but remember, if you're being counterattacked, at least you know you're attacking. Do we take it back, or you throw in this move first? Let's throw in a cheeky bishop h3. Now, if he goes here, he's going to lose the rook. But is he going to find this move? It's pretty much the only move. Nice job. Nice job. Now, taking, of course, is very winning for me, but I'm definitely going to take back here. I think my position is great, and I'm going to launch an attack, but this bishop helps with the attack. I'm up a rook if I take, so that's clear. But knight here, for example, bring a knight in. I can see that stuff working out well. All right, he goes here. I'm a little bit tempted by this, so I'm going to take and guard this pawn. hoping that he doesn't see what I'm up to. Of course, b7 is hanging as well, but I'm hoping I tricked him. The longer it takes him to make this move, the less likely he's going to play queen d5, I would say. I would love to know if he made this queen b3 move to take d5 or to take b7. If he did it to take d5, then I think he would have played it by now. Obviously, I'm discounting the possibility that he just sees that d5 is now defended. Of course, that's not the case. This is kind of a random thing to say right now, but in case you guys are curious, you know, you see weaknesses like this in chess, and you'll see strong players or tactics or whatever, and it'll always be a bishop and a queen that are delivering some mate here. The much worse configuration of queen and bishop, even though it is the more common one, is the bishop on the H file and the queen going here. Because when the queen is here, it only has one threat. When the queen is on h3, sometimes it has h1 mate as a threat. There's not always an h-pawn. You can also sack on h2 with the bishop on f3 and bring a rook over for a mating pattern. And it's way more flexible. Plus, the bishop on f3 just covers the whole position. So it's way better if you can have this bishop here and this queen on h3 versus the bishop here and the queen on f3. A queen on f3... White can just bring a piece to f1 or a knight to e1 or something and just completely deal with all the threats. Plus, a bishop on f3 is anchored by a pawn, so even if you lose the bishop, you'll often take back with a pawn and still be threatening mate. So, even though it's more common for a bishop to end up here because it's literally attacking that square, it's actually a much worse... Like, I'd love the bishop to be there. Then I can actually make some threats over here. Anyway, he did take on b7. Okay, so he's hitting my rook. My next move is going to be a little bit predictable. I'm going to defend my rook. And I'm going to start thinking about bringing my knight into f3. His knight is also hit on d2 if he takes back. Oh, did we just get a Hickey update? I criticized Starbucks on Hickey's channel and the mods deleted the message. Sellouts. There we go. There's our daily Hickey update. Wonder what movie's gonna do. F4. Well, I actually forgot to say this. Like, I know it, but I forgot to say it out loud. This is another reason why you absolutely love to have the bishop be on f3. Because it stops this goddamn move. Seriously. So I forgot to say that, even though it's kind of course it's true. But this move reminded me. When I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, not this thing again. My opponent is definitely thinking a lot on each move. Spending a lot of time. Not necessarily a bad thing. Not great for blitz, but he's thinking about his moves, I can tell. Which is... I like to see that. Knight takes f3. If I had to speculate whether Spenny is pro... or against Starbucks, I would speculate against. Let's give a check here. Is it mate already? I'm not sure it's exactly mate. Not quite. But I'm getting there. I think he'll flag before anything happens. I just don't think he's got the speed. Will he survive another move? Damn. My opponent just said, bruh, what the hell is an authorized speedrun account? I'm like, honestly, honestly, fair point. He was probably reading my profile the whole match. It's like, what the fuck is a the fuck is a speedrun account? I was like, my man, that is so fair of you. I'm gonna take the time to answer. Authorized speedrun account. Imagine just being like a little bit high as well. Like, man, what the fuck is the fuck is a speedrun account? It is a long sequence of like seemingly disconnected words. Ones you definitely don't expect on a profile. He definitely like went to check my rating or my past games, saw that, and just like was stuck there looking at it the whole game. All right, let's pop into another game. We'll go here, see if we can get a capture. Of course, people mostly play E5, I think. Or maybe it's about 50-50. We'll still do this. I see F4. I'm going to go for this knight on F7 thing. This isn't... Of course, this isn't really the, you know, the best example of a Stonewall, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Get this bishop out. H3. A habitual move. One that I am no doubt proud to see. The reason why it's not really like possible to do many Stonewall things here is because this pawn kind of stops me from getting to that square. So my only way to that square, which is why I bring my knights like this, is either from here or here. And I need to force one of these pawns to take me. So I'm going to try to encourage that with the move C5. We have failed our initial mission. Absolutely, categorically failed. However, once again, I am tempted by the move bishop h4. I think I'm going to refrain. These type of positions, you play a move like this, you feel good for 1 minute, 1 second rather. They move their king, and you realize, well, they're almost threatening to just go g5 and win my piece. So these moves are never very fulfilling. You go here, they go up, you go back. That doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel good at all. We're going to stay solid here and keep our threats in the center. H4 played. And with the move h4, I first of all have to give my opponent, I want to give a lot of credit here because I think h4 is intending knight g5, which I would say is quite a strong move. Like that is a powerhouse move. Takes, you take with the h-pawn and open things up. You're threatening queen h5. So for the moment, I'm just going to go h6, but I'm impressed by h4 there. My plan is to take this pawn and go knight c5 to e4. At long last. Bishop here. Okay, you want to take me? Go ahead. That's just going to help me develop. Takes. Well, I think, you know, I'm going to take back. Queen e2. It looks like we're both one move away from castling this way, so I like it. We're on the same page, me and Legend. Two similar queenside castlers. Yeah, I like Usman in the main event, Dan the Man, for UFC tonight. Once Swishin, thanks for the 27-month resub, buddy. Oh yeah, we can change the birthday one to Kevin. Reset the count. There we go. Now you guys can start the count for real. Chicken Pants was officially the first one. Officially the first HBD wisher. B4. All right, well, my bishop's got to move. I'm going to go all the way back. Queen d3. I like this game. I give my opponent a lot of credit here. Swoochie, you're not wrong. My knight needs some work. Luckily, I have the two bishops, which is kind of nice. My knight is, for the moment, covering some important squares and pawns, but yeah, there's no debating. That knight's not doing much. That's true. It is very logical to play rook g1 here. Wouldn't be surprised if you did. Ideas like this present themselves. Especially with this aimed down there. You know, we can take here and go d4, but I think giving up my bishop, like, you know, I don't think that really leads to much for me. So I'm going to keep my rook on the board. Ooh. Queen takes at the end. You know, you're kind of like just surviving here. Gonna have to move our king. Just barely surviving. It was pinned, so I hear ya. So even though it's tempting to take here and take this rook, I'm technically wondering if taking here and going rook c8 is better. But maybe we can have everything all at once, just like the movie. Take here, and go rook c8. Tremendous fight from this guy. This was a good game. That is a lot of material, though, all of a sudden, to have to part with. And I've basically been playing down a knight this whole game as well. This guy hasn't done anything, but he's ready. He's ready to join the action at long last. Don't forget about me. Here I come. Woo. He's not trading pieces. I mean, some good instincts from this guy. Not a lot of blunders from this guy. Couldn't he block with the knight? If he blocked with the knight, I would simply take the knight and he would be faced with the same threat once again. So, don't think that would help him out very much. I think he's played a good game. But we're going to have checkmate him with a knight here. It's the only way. GG. I'm getting some guys who are playing very well, honestly. I just have only good things to say. As far as this game, I'm not going to spend much time on it because it just wasn't really the Stonewall. There's nothing I can do when people do this, unfortunately. You know, when people play e4, setting up your pawns like this, you can imagine it's pretty difficult. But this works pretty well because if they take, then we play f5 and we do have this option. But yeah, this was just a regular game. Let's jump in again. All right. D4, we'll go E3. He did get his bishop out early, credit to him. But remember, that doesn't stop us. Like, it's nice sometimes if we can get there before they do, but it's no big deal. We're still gonna play this, still gonna play this, and what I will do is I will play an early knight d2 to stop knight e4. So we'll use that idea once again. It's not foolproof, but I like it. If knight here, then we'd have to put up with that. Okay, it goes knight b4. I mean, we can move the queen to one of those squares. I think this is nice because it just forces our opponent to go back, which is a good thing. Yeah. And let's play c3. So I could, again, take this pawn, but I'm happy to just go back. Focus on... let the Stonewall do Stonewall things. I'm going back. I don't even want your pawn, nothing. Just let me move this in peace. There we go. And 95. Well, I mean, no surprise, right, guys? That knight coming into e5. Even with time to think about it, 700s, 800s, it is insane how often people blunder this fork. It is almost 50-50, I think. All right, so we're gonna win some material here. Can anyone tell me what I'm probably gonna do next? And this would apply even if my opponent had taken this way and played knight d7. So even if I didn't win a piece here, I would probably have the same answer. Let's just say, like, whatever, I win a piece after that. e4. e4 is a good answer. Our general plan is to push e4, right? Take with the knight, and then we've got all these pieces ready to head to the king side. And this rook comes over. So yeah, definitely e4. Definitely e4. Good move, because now after knight here, I'm faced with knight takes pawn. After knight here, I might have to react with knight f3. What about a rook left? Not bad, but not as good as e4. It's better to open up all your pieces. The rook lift is waiting for you there. It'll always be there. Knight e4. Well, that's why my knight was there in the first place, remember? And at this point, all we need to do is just trade pieces. I want to play e4 so I can move my bishop. So, unfortunately, there's no way he sees this. Wow, what a move. I think he moved it because he did see it. It's possible he just liked the idea of a check, but I really think he did see it. That's impressive. Tim, I don't even think you'd catch Yasser doing that. It's just way too greedy. If you have an extra piece, Tim, the worst thing you can do is go hunting for an extra pawn as well. It's kind of like knowing when to quit. You're up a piece, that's enough to win the game. What I'm focused on is trading and developing my pieces. The worst is for me to go hunting for a pawn. My opponent responds with rook f8. And what move are you going to do there, Tim? Right? All of a sudden, black is threatening a couple checkmates on you. And the only square to develop your bishop allows them to both happen. So you might still be winning there, but why make your life more difficult? Well, this is nice. And we just got an endgame here. Our opponent is in a little miniature prison right now. King here. Let's wait. Need to see what he's up to here with these pawns. Is there a mate here? Not by force. But will we get a mate here? Fine. I'll go out on a limb and say yes. Well, we'll never know the answer to that question because he's not even here. He's not going to be around to see it. Not by force, but I was definitely thinking, like, you know, if someone plays a move like this, then you could really entice them by playing this. And I think this is kind of a funny situation. They take the pawn, you go check, they go here, you go here to mate them, they go here, you go here to mate them. And they can't stop that. So that was my plan if you played h5. I thought h5 was a reasonable move. I was going to play h4. But we'll never get to see that now. Rats. Rats. 776. Let's continue. This guy's username is Easter says fuck you. Is that this really looks like that comedian. What's his name? Tom Segura? Really looks like him. C5. All right. Let's build our center. Bishop there. No problem, no problem. All right, F4. Always taking this way, remember? That's protected, so we're not worried there. Queen there. Well, here's a perfect moment to maybe get a knight into e5, wouldn't you say? So we've talked about a few of these positions before, and I'm just reminding you guys, you know, when you play knight d2, your bishop might still be hanging, so important to play a move like this first, just to keep watch, and then you can play knight d2 next. Hey, thanks for the raid, Bandeezy. Nice to see the Chess Bra subs. Streaming. Bandeezy. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, not knight takes, of course. Definitely queen takes. Is it f4 that transforms a London to a Stonewall? Well, there's no bishop on f4. That's the main thing. That's why it's not a London. He goes knight h6. Actually, a great looking move, my friend. Might have been born from the fact that his queen was on the squares knight wanted to go to, but it's still a good move. Dr. Lord Mayo says he's blundering knight takes 100%. Well, 100% is a good number. Now, why am I so comfortable with these two knights here and not worried about knight e4? Because simply put, the knight can't get to e4. Normally, I would leave my knight on d2 to guard that square, but the way it is at the moment, I think we're kind of covered. Bishop d2 looks like a solid move. I have something nice, which is that if knight there, I have g4 forking. So I'm just going to play this and maybe rook there or even bishop back. Knight here, it's not even threatening me, but on top of that, if he takes my knight, I'm taking with the f-pawn. So I'm going here because I want him to do this. Thank you. That's what I'm looking for. All right, so we have our nice pawn chain. We have our open bishop. Rook going here. I don't want to go all in attacking because I'm actually not sure which way he's going to castle. So for the moment, I'm actually probably just going to chill for a sec and go rook f2. Can never be a mistake to double these rooks on a half open file. Wow, he shoves the pawn forward. I can see this being a good move for sure. Knight h2 opens up my rooks on this pawn and also stops his desired g4 push for the moment. So, okay, well, he does it anyway. I don't think that's going to help him. Bishop g5. The problem is when he takes, he's going to lose his queen. So basically here, I'm just going to play rook f1 and, you know, give him the rope to hang himself. Oh, he castles. A good move once again. Feels like this guy makes like a series of bad moves, but then never bad enough to actually lose. He catches himself at the end, makes a good move. Well, I'm going to take this, I think. Our knight's pretty sturdy here. Something I'm just noticing is rook f6 and rook h6 might trap the queen down the line, so I'm keeping my eye on that. Free knight, I'm keeping my eye on that as well. You're not really going to see me refuse a trade very often when we're ahead. Hitting the queen. Our king has a nice safe square to go to. It's kind of a funny move because my rook's attacked, so it's kind of like it's defended. I'm definitely going to take it because number one, he didn't even see it, but number two, it would just trade our rooks effectively there, which is more than enough for me. Queen to f4, queen f2. These kind of moves next because they support the rook. And then I have like rook f8, rook f7. All the pieces come in. Should be winning. Man, I've really noticed a trend. Everyone's abandoning these games. GG. Thank you, Pawnmaster Chess, for the raid. Welcome, all 15 of you. Hey, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, shout out in there. Thank you very much. I'm going to go back to that set that we just listened to. I love the end of that set. Like the last 15 minutes here, this was great. And I think it finishes with a pretty nice song from London Grammar. That's right, Loafs. But what happened here? This was by the way, most of the Stonewalls we've been playing, we've been trading this bishop. It's not the end of the world. Of course, it's much better if we don't trade light square bishops, but we're going to do the same thing regardless. And it's been working out, right? Up till here, I think we've seen all these moves before that I've made, right? Nothing is really unique. Okay, doubling the rooks. Knight h2 to stop this. That's getting more advanced, but for the most part, nothing too out of this world. Okay. We got another game against e4. I'm trying to play the French, and we'll see if they take. If they don't, which is very common, I'll play f5. Some people take here, but for the most part, I think people go f4 and f3. All right. I'm going to keep our setup here. Bishop d6, castle. And remember, we're pinned, so just like in the Stonewall, queen to e8 is very tempting. Why not c5? It's not part of the system, right? Stonewall is more like this. All right, here. Let's bring our knight into e4. We're not pinned. Hey, I don't have an f-pawn, which kind of sucks, but trying to make do. All right, trying to make do. Knight e5, nice move, nice move. Let's try to evict this knight. Queen's gonna make it out to g6. Maybe this bishop to c6 to line up there. This is a frisky move. I like it from my opponent. If e5, there might be queen takes on e4, although I still like black's position there. But queen g6 seems to pin the bishop. So I'm probably going to start with queen g6. h6 is winning the game right now. And something like rook e8 and bishop c6 should get the job done. So right now, this move just wins material, so I'm going to go ahead with this. Yes, e4 is hanging, but there are more important things here, like free pieces. Okay, well, knight takes e4, I think just opens up the opportunity for me to be slightly more accurate. I mean, this is a free piece, but rook f4, I think, is a little bit more accurate, as now I may potentially win more than just a piece. I might win two. Thanks very much, Aragith. 10 gifted subs. I recognize that name, Aragith. Were you in the stream last night, buddy? The name sounds familiar, and I feel like you came in last night, like followed the channel and subbed for the first time, and I think even gifted a sub. I'm trying to remember, maybe not, but you definitely like followed, subbed. I just seem to remember that name from last night. Now you're in here gifting 10 subs. Thanks a lot, buddy. Appreciate it. Okay, knight f6 is played. Queen is still hanging. I can take this way. I can actually take this pretty much any way I want. I'm going to take it this way. That move is still not playable. Coming from YouTube, are we? Hello and welcome. Thanks, Aragith. Yeah, we got a YouTube viewer in here. This is where all the YouTube videos come from. Welcome. Rook takes would have been good, Tim. You wouldn't be making a mistake because the bishop is still pinned. But I think it's more forceful to have the queen still attacked, that's all. Okay, bishop here and rook g8 are probably going to be the, the kind of KO looking moves. Once we get those two moves in, I think, this game will be over. So let's start by moving the king. Queen needs to go somewhere. What's the best square here? Take a step back. I mean, there's so many tempting squares. Let's take one step back. That's why I replayed the set, Tim. I was like, we have to listen to this. I'm gonna set this up. All on the light squares here. Ooh. Funny thing is that this move might actually mate you. Makes a lot of sense to stop mate, but you also mate yourself there. So he played the better move, which is king here. Certainly impressive. We'll go with this. This. And here. Here. Leading to good stuff. The Stonewall reigns supreme. We didn't get too much of a Stonewall look this game. Always tough against e4 with black, but still did a pretty good job. Right, we stuck with some ideas. Queen e8, still putting the knight in. And hey, there we go. We have someone from YouTube here, so I think we got to take this opportunity to show off our KO animation. That's a nice enough win. Nice enough. What mic am I running? Been using this mic for a while. I think it's the Blue Ember. But I've been using blue microphones every year that I've ever streamed. All right, we're 793, getting close. We're sniffing that 800. Let's see if we can get it. All right. E4, E6, and we'll play D5 as we know. And D4, we'll play D5 and set up that. I'm sure we'll see that, Sarah's God, but to tell you honestly, like not much would change from my setup. The only thing I can say with the bishop b7 is sometimes when you play knight e5, it's nice to follow up with queen f3 because it covers the e4 square. That's about it. But well, I'm assuming we'll get there in this series. All right, there we go. We get the white pieces. Always more fun to play the Stonewall with white. This is such a good part of the set. Hey, threatening this, I gotta stop that. I'm gonna have to step in here. Ooh, we have an early access kind of guy. Kind of guy that waits for video games outside Best Buy in a tent. That kind of guy. All right. I'll complete my setup. I'll play knight f3. And oh my goodness, would you look at him go. My setup is so strong, he's setting it up too. Didn't I say this could not be prevented? All right, well, before knight d2, let's make sure to do this maneuver. Let's improve our piece. Oh my goodness, that was the worst decision he's made all day. Oh boy. That could not have gone worse for him. Yeah, you definitely don't want to do what he just did. You really don't. So now he's got no knight there. I am going to put a knight there. But specifically when I see somebody, you know, basically copy me and play the exact same opening, I've talked before how to undermine this. You want to either push this or this. This synergizes with a kingside attack so well. So I'm going to start by playing king h1. A little bit innocuous. But rook g1, g4, and we're still sticking with knight e5 as a plan. Okay, queen f6. Well, now he's got me interested. Oof. Rook takes e5, even though it looks scary. I'm just taking this and he's losing all sorts of stuff. It's funny he tried it. It's a reasonable attempt. I don't think it works. He was desperate. Remember, if he didn't do that move, what was I going to do? If he didn't play that, I was going to go like this and then just move my queen, double my rooks, maybe triple. I think that's a huge attack in that position. So it did look like a pretty convincing spot to be in. We take here, he might run away. We don't love a runner. It's more likely if we play this move that he moves his queen again, and then we'll have him locked in where we want him. Now we're taking that square away. Now when we get this check, it's not going to be so easy. I like to call this one giving up the house. Gotta be familiar with these patterns. Check. 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 He's saying, what the hell? People are uncorking that at 700? I tell him no. 700s aren't capable of that. I'm a fucking 800. I'm an 800. You must have me confused. I love the end of that set. So good. Wow. Oof, this is a new set for me as well. It's not like brand new, but it's new for me to listen to. Gotta keep that one. Keep that one on the side. Can I please share the set name? Of course I can scam you and release the set name for a set price. Remember, set name, set price. Price, 69 subs. Done. All right, booked. And to encourage 69 subs to be closer rather than further away, after hitting 800 in our Stonewall speedrun for the morning, we will proceed to do a marbles race. That's just because I love you guys that much. But I'll release the set at 69 subs. And when I said 69, of course, I meant 69 American subs. So I think, just let me check the conversion here. Sorry, one sec. Just checking the conversion. 69 American subs is equivalent to 95 Canadian subs. So 95 subs. Oh, Jumpy Chess, thanks for 29 gifted subs. Jumpy, wow, thanks for 29 subs there, Jumpy. Just saw those right after I said what I said. I didn't see them earlier. I saw them now. Jumpy Chess is coming in with 29 subs, but he says they're German subs. Let me do the math here. Let's see here. That works out to be the equivalent of about 43 subs, Jumpy. So that's 43 subs from Jumpy Chess. That's of course the converted subs. So 43, and that would be in addition to the previous 40. So we're at 83, and of course the goal is 95. So we're still 12 subs short once, of course, the fees have been rendered. So thank you very much, Jumpy Chess. Arrogith also wants people to know that his subs were also American subs as well. So we'll go back and, of course, count that up as well. So we had 10 American subs from earlier. Okay, so 10 American subs, of course, would be equal to 13. We'll call it 14 subs in total. So add an extra 4 onto the current total. So instead of 83, it would be at 87. So 87, the goal is 95. So we're still 8 subs short. So we're 8 subs short. There we go. Just want to keep everything above board. No scams here. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page, working towards the same goal. Now let's start this marbles track. Let's get the marbles on the track. We hit 800. Nice little goal. We're done with the Stonewall for the moment. Oh, the double scam. Let's go. We got him, boys. Double scam. Woo! Arrogith and Jumpy both had the same idea at the exact same time. 2 legends. And I tell you, they both got to experience the virtuous, the holy Chessbra scam. Thank you so much, Jumpy, Arrogith. Big support from you guys this afternoon. God bless Marbles. God bless the chat. God bless Chess TV. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Why don't you both hop in this race right here? Let's start a marbles track. If you never joined a marbles race, I have to recommend it for you. Arrogith. !play is all you need to type in the chat. And actually, I'm going to... So you can join the race, just so you know. I'm just going to put the cam up for a sec, 'cause I'm going to switch my account. I'm going to need to be on my, my other account here if I'm going to start some of these chess games. But we're done stonewalling for now. !play is all you need to type in the chat. Keep on joining. We got space for more. We got space. I can host you guys. And I will tell you guys now, the set, I will drop it in the chat. I want to make sure that the chat's not spammy at the moment when I drop it so you guys don't miss it. You guys ready? I don't want you guys to miss it. You guys brought this on yourselves. You guys brought the energy, got the donos in, raised the funds. You wanted to hear that banging set we were listening to. So here you go. Here it is. I'm only going to put it once there. Everybody got it? I'm only dropping it once, and there it is. Sid Craddock, thanks for the 100 bits. Sid Craddock, did we have a game, buddy? GG. Oh, everyone I played today played super well, so I'm sure I had good things to say about you. Knight E7. Are you the guy who played Knight E7 when I had a rook on F7? That Knight E7? Where do you play marbles? Right here. You don't have to download anything. You just watch. Don't worry, I got you covered. It's very easy. All you do is !play, sit back, I take care of the rest. We got 136 of you in here. Let's get to 150. That's a nice goal. !play. You're the one who said, bro, what's a speedrun account? Okay, yeah. Makes sense. I think that was that game. Man, honestly, totally fair. That's what I was saying. Like, such a fair comment. I have an account that I started, a new account, and I've only been playing the Stonewall because I'm trying to teach the opening to people, and I think it's really useful to go back to the lower levels right at the start and just start at the bottom and work my way up. And as we go up the rating levels, I think it's kind of instructive. So that's what it is. You'll get your rating back, buddy, so don't worry. The Kazi, thanks for gifting a sub to Sit Craddock. There you go. You got a gifted sub as well. Thank you, the Kazi. Slarty Bestfart, thanks for the 14 months with Prime there, bud. Jumpy Chess and Arrogith, thanks again for the subs and support today, guys. Tim and Philly, 39-month resub with Prime and 38 months from Chespionage. Why, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying. All right. Now that we're caught up, you guys have got the set. It was Adriatic, Tomorrowland 2022. Pretty recent, good one, I think. Let's start this race. See what this marbles thing is all about. Here we go. Can't play on phone? You can definitely play marbles from the phone. All you have to do is !play. It's too late now, though. It's going to have to be next race. What's up, champ? I see you in there. Nicola lurking as well. Hello to Gory. Someone tell me why that chess bar marble's all the way back there. Come on, buddy. Speed up. Oh, jumpy chess. The guy wanted marbles so bad, he's right at the back. Wait, so is Arrogith. The two guys who wanted marbles to happen. Oh, I shouldn't say marbles. I guess they wanted the set. But a marbles was just a casualty. So, in fairness, they didn't donate funds for this race to happen. That would have maybe felt worse, because they're right at the back. Poor guys. Remember, !boost. If you don't do it, your marble won't go faster. Brendan in first. Oh! And it's an out of the park home run, folks. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. All right. Zooted. Pliny. Askena also near the front. Base way too hard there. The plebs are leading. Askena. Oof. Almost going for the jugular. The finish there. Maverick Dove. I think Maverick is leading the way here, but we may indeed see everybody catch up here, right? Because right now, people are going to get stumped here. Maverick? Ooh. Yeah, Maverick got hit. A lot of people can catch up here. Pliny? Nicola? Trying to get by. The plebs have finished the race first. But it's all about the first place finishing sub. Maverick, I think, has got it. Maverick, Dove. Congrats, Maverick. Chessbra, you want to explain yourself, buddy? What the hell are you doing, bud? Can you land? What the hell is Chessbra doing? Oh my goodness. Chessbra was at the back, a tactical DNF. Very well done by Chessbra. Great technique there. Someone is going to be unhappy here. John O'Maiden 1 going for another spin cycle. Felt Firefox. Gory. Careful. Gory's at the back. See Gillette's still in there. Oh, Gory's going for another spin cycle. John O'Maiden 1 and Gory Hole. Oh, is John going? Oh, John's through. Gory Hole and all these plebs are just hanging out back there. What the hell do we see here? Gory's in clear last place right now. The plebs are going for another spin. Gory is... Oh, Gory's going for a spin again. If Gory gets a DNF here, then he is literally like, he's the Pepe stepbro god. Is Gory going for another spin? Oh, just couldn't do it when he needed it most. One more spin cycle and Gory would have managed, but instead he's come in dead last place. And that, my friends, is not the place you'd like to be. Let me tell you that. As we examine the final standings, we can see that Maverick Dove is in first place for the subs. Maverick, the power is in your hands. As we see the list here, we'll scroll down. Gory Hole is in clear last place. Gory. Now, would you like to ban Gory Hole, Maverick Dove? Would you like to ban him? It's a simple question, and it's a question to you. Would you like to ban him? I'm handing the power to you, the Twitch chatter. Maverick Dove says no bans. No bans. Wow. That's nice of him, right? That's nice of him. He says no bans. He's choosing peace. You know, the reason we run these races is actually just to make friends along the way. We're not actually trying to ban anyone. So, yeah, Maverick Dove's looking for no ban. That's fine. And that's a great... I think that's a great job. Maverick says, lol, I'll get banned, right? Maverick Dove, my friend, it is not that simple. We're now going to re-prosecute. Maverick Dove is low energy and he will not be going for a ban. In fact, he's going with no ban, which means he's low T. We flip things. Gory is now in the prosecution table. Gory, would you like to ban this low energy bastard up here named Maverick Dove? Gory, what say you? We're flipping around the prosecution, ladies and gentlemen. Gory, in fact, has pre-moved the ban. Going for the ban, which means Maverick Dove, it is not as simple as getting banned. No, we're not animals around here. In fact, we let you defend yourself, Maverick. So Maverick Dove, if you beat Gory in a chess match, you don't get banned. You save yourself. This is the countersuit. So, Maverick Dove, would you like to defend yourself over the chessboard against young Gory here? Because that's the matchup that's slated to happen. Gory Hole and Maverick Dove, if you'd like to defend yourself. Chess.com usernames in the chat right now. Maverick Dove, he already knows what to do. Maverick Dove, same name. Gory says, let me get out of bed. Let me know the username as well, Gory. He gets a ban if he loses the game, yes. Hop over to chess.com/play/online. And it is going to be a 3-minute blitz game. So, if you want to administer that ban, Gory, you've got to come in with a W here. No win, no ban. Sleazy, there were only 62 people that finished the race. Don't worry, buddy, I checked. Let me know when you guys are both there. chess.com/play/online.
Oh, smells like alcohol in here.
You want to do a shot, Jeff?
No.
Hello, Jeff.
Oh.
You're there, Maverick Dove. Perfect. There we go. Big matchup, guys. We have Maverick Dove, the 600, who's going to get banned if he loses. And he's up against the 2000. Well, good luck, bud. This will be the single biggest upset on this channel in history in a marbles ban match, if it happens. Dr. Lord Mayo with a quick Cinco for Jeff. Thank you to Dr. Lord Mayo. That was a very quick Cinco. Dr. Lord had it ready. Like,
yeah.
The second there was a whiff of Faraji, quick draw McGraw. Dr. Lord out with the 5. Very impressive. We did see a 1,000 point upset. This is true. I think I now am a believer that anything is possible. Gory Holes played H5. Gory Holes played Knight G4. And Gory is looking to end this match immediately. Knight F3 back. Impressive resilience from Maverick. He's not looking to go down easy. But I'll tell you what's incoming. Yeah, I'll tell you what's happening. Oh, he takes on H4. Or he takes on G4. That's a great move. This 600 is fighting hard. To not get checkmated here, I mean, literally, I've seen Salty Clown make 2000s look like amateurs. Checkmating them like this. The 600 lasted 14 moves before his ass got banned. Well, Maverick, it was a valiant attempt. I have to share that had you decided to ban Gory Hole at the start, you would have immediately got banned. Because Gory's a tier 3. So you made the right decision with the choices you had available. You got a chess game out of it. I think you maximized your chance, realistically. But Maverick Dove will be eating a ban. Maverick, any last words, buddy? Don't worry, you'll be back. You're not going to be banned for too long. I thought he put up a good fight, but ultimately Gory's attack was just too nasty.
Gory said that game was his prep.
Wow. Holy. Really bringing out the prep for the marbles match.
Really a study prep. Really a geary prep.
Yeah. Yeah, the JK and Asios prep.
Yeah.
Maverick Dove. Well, buddy, you're out of here. See ya. Those tears, save those tears for jail. We'll see you for conjugal visits.
2008 prep. JK and Asios.
Yeah. Holy shit. Gory has a course on Knight G4.
No, I gotta leave the room. Don't belong here.
Are you gonna buy Gory's chessable course on Knight G4?
No, I'll admire it from afar.
Oof. Wow. Gory, can you link the course? No, Gory's serious, guys. Gory's dead serious. Gory, can you link the link the course for the chat here? What's up, Abe? Course, bro. Yeah. Oh, that's some good stuff. That's some good stuff. All right, let's do one more marbles race. That was good. We got a nice ban, but I feel the match was a little imbalanced. You guys are lucky. You getting another one out of me. Exclamation mark play. Just some midday marbles. No. Hang on. This is a garbage map. I think you guys can appreciate the fact that we're getting the hell out of here. Trash ass map. Don't even waste your time. What the hell is this one? This looks like a new one. Splash-tastic Sea Venture? I've never done. Oh, let's have a splash-tastic time. Here we go. Holy smokes, this is a new map. Let's go. Splash-tastic. Let's go. Holy smokes, this is fresh. Ed Vusa, thanks for the brand new sub. This is a fresh map. Who's ready for a splash-tastic time? Big splash energy. Get in, get in, get in. We're at 130. Let's keep it going. Exclamation mark play. Let's get to 150, 10 more, and then we start. I've never done this map before, so I'm excited. All right, let's go. Exclamation mark play, last chance. And we're off. Dr. Lord, Jumpy, Chicken Pants. Everyone's going in a different direction. I wonder which one is the best one. Holy smokes, this one looks crazy. Whoa, they're sending it. This one looks like the most fun for sure. Octopus Bras. Who are these low T guys over here? Right? These guys are like stuck in the whale. That looks like the lowest T1. So it's all about who gets down here first, eh? This is going to be very close. Obviously, they've designed it, so it's probably pretty fair. What's going on here? We got some guys that... Oh my goodness. We got some guys sunbathing. The Kazi. Oh, grilled peppers. My goodness. Tom, just because you lost some weight recently, buddy, doesn't mean you have to hit the beach and make the rest of us feel bad, okay? Oh my goodness, we got some people tanning. Is Etienne the first one in? Etienne! Oh my goodness, Etienne. First place for Etienne too. There's a big pile up here. Chicken Pants and Dr. Lord. And who's at the back? It looks like Mike Salsa? But hang on, that DNF line is coming. We got a lot of people floating here. Oh, look at these guys. Oh, look at them. Who's going to be in last? Mike Salsa. Don't do it, Mike. Oh, no. Mike Salsa. But hang on. There's some people here that don't know what they're doing. Mike Salsa's going all the way in. Mike Salsa. Benjamin. Midnight. Oh, Run for Shelter's finishing the race. Run for Shelter's in. Sadist is in. Midnight is in. And Benjamin looks like he's dropping. Oh, no. Benjamin is going to cross that finish line, and that was not what he wanted to do there. Oh, no. That was an error from Big Benjamin. Now, Etienne, would you like to ban? Yes or no? Etienne 2. Yeah, Tom, you made the beach look like a pretty good decision there. Etienne ban or no ban? Already pre-moved. Look at the guy. First place pre-move ban. That's our guy. 69th place. Oh my goodness, I missed it just by one. God damn it. Bangtown, California. Congratulations. Bang, brah. All right, and last place is indeed Benjamin. Benjamin, you gonna put your dukes up and settle this over the board, buddy? Etienne and Benjamin, usernames in chat and chess.com/play/online for the pair of you. Here we go to the arena, guys. Benjamin against Etienne. If Etienne wins, then Benjamin will be eating a band. He's a resilient fighter. This should be a good match. Here we go. 1,200 against 1,100. Chess Prof Flair for Benjamin. Let's see how he does. It is on right now. Benjamin playing for his life. He's got to win. Dr. Lord Mayonnaise, head of the Chess Brawl bookies, is saying Etienne in under 34.5 moves is where the smart money is. A lot of the sharps came in last minute with money on Benjamin. Abe Froman's taking the over 34.5. We're currently at move 6. Oh, knight takes c3, and the over-under is now at 29.5 moves. After that move, knight takes c3. 29.5. The under is looking fantastic right now. Bishop takes h7 played. Bishop back. The under is thriving. 29.5 moves is the live line. Currently at move 11. Ooh, but after kingside castling, it's now up to 35.5 moves as the over-under. The over is looking good. Kingside castling was not what White's position needed. h4, knight g5, send it. e4, hang on. 32.5 moves is the current over-under. 32.5. When did you guys get in? e4, it's starting to go down. Big moves by White. Hang on a sec. e4 with e5 coming. Benjamin is creating something out of nothing here. The line is at 32.5. e5. Big move. Okay, knight d5. What is White going to do here? This move is very important for the over-under. Minute and 25 seconds. Bishop d2. Not the best, not the worst. It's a very decent move. But the over-under is currently now at 36.5 moves. Bishop f1, and the over has gone up. 38.5 moves. Knight takes on d4. We're wondering whether White is going to start sending things. Knight to b4. And in an amazing turn of events, Black is the one on the offensive here. Knight to b4. How is Big Benjamin going to handle that move? Queen d1. And all of a sudden, the over-under has dropped. It's plummeted. 31.5 moves. Knight to c6. Queen to h5. We do see the over-under. It's absolutely going nuts right now. 29.5 moves. We're currently on move 22. Knight f3 played. They're both at a minute. The next move is very important for the over-under. Currently sitting at 31.5. Rook to c7. Knight to g5 and bishop takes. The over-under is now at 33. Bishop takes g5. The next move is very important. f6. An unbelievable move, but the rook is on c7, so it can defend laterally. The over-under is going up and up. Currently sitting at 33.5 moves. We are on move 25. Rook takes f6. Takes, and the over-under is going crazy. It's up to 39.5. Rook to f7. It's going way up. 42.5 moves. The pieces are flying. 42.5 is the line. It's starting to skyrocket right now. We're on move 31, and the line is finally going to 44.5 moves. 44.5, and it seems to be stable there. Stable at 44.5. Etienne is absolutely tanking here. He had the speed earlier. 39.5 is the adjusted line. 39.5. Get your final bets in. Etienne can't get a move off. And the match ends with 36.5 moves. Let's remember, the over-under line initially was set at 34.5. So another strong line from the bookies. Another strong line from the books. Benjamin winning on the board, defending his ban. He will not be banned by Etienne today. Great stuff from Benjamin. Very good opening, says Benjamin. Yeah, it did go well for you. Yeah. Knight takes c3 was bad for Etienne. Damn. The sharps always know. Dr. Lord Mayonnaise, I'm assuming you're gonna be using this game right here to, you know, just revolutionize the betting space in years to come. Benji showing a little chest there. Still garbage at marbles. Fair enough, honestly. Pretty much accurate. That was a nice game. Etienne couldn't get it done. We have no ban. Benjamin remains in the channel. He's feeling pretty good about it. Zephyr1999, thanks for the 10-month resub, Zephyr. Gabe5 with a brand new Prime sub. Thank you, Gabe. And Sendo sending 10 subs in and adding one on top so that we get to a pretty nice number. 11 gifted subs for 111 subs out of 111 subs. That's a lot of ones. That's a lot of ones. And I'm not talking about your Tinder accounts. I'm talking about the subs in the channel right now. Thank you very much to Sendo. Appreciate it, buddy. Very strong Canadian rock fan. Very strong. What is marbles without a ban? It is but a vessel. I like that map. Splash-tastic Adventure. I've never seen it before. I liked it. Thanks a lot, Sendo. Appreciate those 11 subs. It was close for you, Midnight. I'm not gonna lie. You were craving the opportunity, eh? What's the belt on the wall? Oh, that's from our KO. That KO animation That's me. That's me. That's really me doing it. I did a chess boxing match. A real chess boxing match. You can find it on YouTube. Not only do we have some pretty extensive behind the scenes stuff for the chess boxing match, vlog style, all the way up to the actual fight, which is really cool footage on our YouTube channel. But you can also watch the fight, which is just a pretty easy YouTube search. Ludwig hosted the event. I wasn't afraid of concussions or whatever. Well, no, I was fighting Lawrence Trent, so perhaps I would be maybe with a different opponent, but the way things were, he was okay. No, but I've talked about this before. Of course I was. Of course I was. All right, guys. My marbles watch is done. I'm just going to leave us on a BRB screen. Eric is going to take over for a little bit. We're actually heading out to watch the UFC. We're going to go watch the UFC live at a bar. Should be fun. There's UFC in London today, which is starting a little earlier. So Eric's going to take over a little bit while I get ready, and then we'll head out together. So I am going to just leave us on a little BRB screen for now. And I'll also tell you that we're streaming tonight. So the UFC starts, I don't know, go till like 8 or 9, and we'll stream after. So tune in tonight. It's Czech Manarov's birthday. So it should be a fun one. But like I said, I'll be RB, and I'll leave the music on. Don't go anywhere. The stream's not ending just yet. We'll also be back later this evening. All right, my watch is over for now, but I'll see you guys later. And I got Usman in the main event. That's my pick. All right, bye for now, guys. Thanks for watching, and stay where you are. Eric will be here in a sec. Bye.
Hey, Dr. Lord. Good afternoon. Hey, Omid. Hey, Big Gay Alex. How you doing? Mason, Goal Evan. Goal Evan, thank you. Oops. That was a blunder. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Shit. I mean, he's down material. We'll take that. All right. I'm warmed up. That was a good hold. Hey, Retrodictions. Omid. Red spin. Hello, Zeal. Hello, Chicken Pants. Hey, Skis. I'm here for a good time, not a long time, and I really don't mean a long time. Although we're streaming also tonight, so. Bullet Brawls next weekend. Maybe I'll play. Do I have a date? Nope. No. I'm not a guy with a date. It's hard. Just gonna watch some fights with the boys. UFC starts earlier tonight because it's in England. Panicked Pawns, thank you for the bits. Go bits. Yeah, the Flames are playing tonight. Lots of bets, lots of bets. Just don't follow my bets. Alrighty. Who's available to play right now? And the server's not very busy. I think everyone's playing real chess. Such as Hickey. Looks like Hickey's playing the America's Cup. I'm not going to medieval times. No. No more. You don't know what the new Hickey command is there, Gory? Streamers, yeah. That's fucking weird, man. All in NA lose. That's fucking weird. That's definitely not my goal in life. Sarimu, thank you for the prime. Good afternoon, Canadian rock fan. Hello, Waleed. Are you guys up to date on the Hippo? Are the YouTube viewers here up to date? Every Friday? Hippo. I don't know why the pools are dead right now. What is going on here? Send in a challenge. I want to play a game. This is just Westworld music, Zeal. Alrighty. We got a game. We have a game. Woo. I need to start learning theory against this. I'll just play the usual format. Knight F1, Knight G3. You're probably there. Hopefully this is okay. I don't know if this pawn is weak or if it's strong. Like, in theory, it should be weak. But it's kind of awkward to get a second attacker on it, right? So, hard to say. Hard to say. I've been playing this music on stream for 6 years, MN2197. Heavily for 6 years. Not just once in a while. In fact, during the candidates in 2018, I played Westworld as the starting soon screen for like 2 weeks in a row. That was in 2018. Which is 5 years ago. With my, you know, math skills. Yeah, this could be an annoyance. Knight here, I'm gonna go. Alright, I'm taking it. My plan is incoherent right now. I haven't made any progress and I've lost the bishop pair. I don't support these guys. And that knight's going here. Alright. I like black's position. There's too much. The square is looking very nice. Gotta make sure my queen doesn't get trapped as well. A little worried about that. Maybe my queen can drop back to f2. What do you think? Whoa. Didn't expect that. Let's go here. Takes. Here. Now let's move the king out of the way. This knight is pretty annoying. I can't even go rook f3. Knight e1's annoying. I need to activate my pieces. I mean, I could do this. Then knight d6. Hey. I don't think I played well that game. My opponent just blundered knight f5 check, hey? Just try to keep my stick on the ice there. I haven't watched this show before. I haven't watched Succession. Have you guys? I've heard good things about it. Austin95, welcome back with the Prime, bud. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's hunt some Ukrainians. CM Valentin Hulka. There we go. There's a lot of strong Ukrainian Blitz players on chess.com. And they're probably getting stronger because there's not tournaments in Ukraine with the crisis. So they're playing online and staying sharp. And maybe getting better at online versus in person, since some chess clubs have been blown up by the Russians. Why didn't I go here? Yeah, there's lots in Ukraine still. I want to go knight here, double attacking c3 and e3. What do you think of that, Lally? Just trying to attack these tender pawns. Yep. Double attack. F4 and c3. Attack. 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 Okay, we're up 2 pawns now. I like the way this is looking. Let's play the c3 Sicilian. I should play it more on stream. Considering a lot of my opposition plays it, like Bortnik, like Kostenyuk, even MVL plays it. You're supposed to go d4, knight a3. But I'm curious if I can change up the move order at all. Am I saying tak? I wish. Did I enjoy Berlin? I very much enjoyed Berlin. I'll be back. Trying to work out a tour of Europe for the channel. We have the center, but it's also loose. So I want to play queen c2 or queen b1. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I wasn't smoking weed in Berlin. Berlin, you go, yeah. There's some other stuff. Let me take. Were you guys here that one night when a young boy came in and there was a big bet between him and Dr. O? It was like maybe half a year ago. Dr. O versus Akaris. It was a big stream bet. Well, apparently Akaris and his dad are in a controversy in Florida. So this is really tempting. And if you guys have watched today's Title Tuesday video, you know I know how to sack my knights for pawns. I'm very keen. I'm very keen. Did that get paid out? No, but apparently the dad's very aggressive at tournaments and there's like a cheating scandal or something. I'm not going to trade yet. I was going to take on f7. Stop it. Do you really want me to sack? I won't. Push. Did I get Lafong in the lead of Sippo, but I won, I assume? That's the important thing. You can get fonged, but you gotta still, as long as you keep your stick on the ice. Okay, what is going on here? I'm a little confused. This move is asking to be played. I'm gonna play it. The annoying thing is you can play that, and I saw it. And I still wanted to go for this. It's all about the speed here. Yeah, I think it's on Reddit, Gory Hole. I think it was on Reddit today or something. You like my stream? You shouldn't. Work on your taste. Find better streams. Find people that win things. I like playing knight against bishop. My c-pawn's coming. You know what? Fuck it. Let's fucking push. Let's go. Push. Knight here is tempting. Knight here. Whoa, 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 what's with the time? Hey. Jeez. No, that's bad. I mouse slipped my queen so many times here. I couldn't drag it. Fuck me. That was so, I don't know if you saw, I was like, fuck. That was a nice game. Like, it was, I kept slipping here. I don't know what happened. I just kept, it's a nice game. You want me to throw a chair, Lolly? Amon, are you here? Cars here in, all right. 1 second. I have to order Kevin an Uber. It's his birthday. 1 sec. You want me to break glasses like that wrestler's mom did yesterday? Yeah, that was a pretty viral clip. You guys saw the three-time national champion lost. Going for his 4th title. I think his last name's Lee. Pretty nice the way the guy had him pinned. Like, flipped him. Apparently one of the most, like, dominant wrestlers of all time. There's a GM called Hands on Twitch playing on Lichess Titled Arena. I thought it was you, but it obviously can't be. So if their name is Hans on Twitch, you think that would be me as opposed to... Oh, Purdue lost twice yesterday, hey? Oh, Purdue guy was the one that pinned him. Oh, got it. Got it. There we go. He was from what, Iowa or something? Can you order more than one Uber at once, by the way? You probably can't because it's attached to your profile. Well, let me just message. Hey, Jackpot. Just a sec here. Did you find the link there, Gory? All right, let's play some Clean Bullet. Clean. When I play Clean Bullet, I think I can really stack up the points. If I actually can play clean. Why am I closing down the position? This is so dumb. So dumb of me. Paying for kids to gain rating. By the way, is Amon here? Amon, the car is just gonna be like 10 minutes or something, maybe a little longer. You can take. This is a bit like Hickey's position today. Not quite, but he's playing Blackie and Sam Sevi. And he had a really nice win yesterday. If you want a Hickey update, he had a nice win in Classical yesterday. Gonna try to squeeze this. Whether I can or not, it's unclear. This is really annoying. He can just keep pushing. That was a good mating net by him. I didn't realize until later in the game he's really slow in time scrambles, so I need to survive until then. What classical tournament's going on right now? Whatever Hikaru's playing. Dr. Lord's on the troll pool right now. Help little Icarus. You're funny. Maybe get a double attack in. Damn it. What? The Predators lost? Oh, 1 second. Hold for Dolma. Holy Paul, thanks to the 20 months. What am I smoking here? Wait, what? I just blundered. But like, Some of my moves make no sense. Oh boy. This is crazy, even here. What kind of game is this? How did I win that? I was supposed to lose it a million times over. How did that happen, Lolly? Jeez. This is chill music. I'm enjoying it. He's trying to play pretty sharp here, I can tell. I don't know what I'm doing. This doesn't work. What are these moves? I don't know. What's happening in these games? I'm not sure. Take with the pawn, keep it double-edged. Can I get this bishop? Thank you. I don't know if I can take that, but I did anyways. You're not watching the chess? Sag. That was a clean game. Okay, one sec. Is this a pleb friendly stream? No. Let's take the pawn. Go here. Push. Push. Just hucking pieces here. This is scary as shit. These are some sharp games. But I think I'm okay now. Yeah. Hey Shane Must I. Let's play the Mora Gambit. Very solid. King H1. Yes. Let's go knight here. Let's go knight here. I'm gonna squeeze buddy. Squeeze buddy right now. Oh yeah. Pawn C5 is looking attractive. Buddy's low on time. I got some ideas now. Uh-huh. Yeah. Check! Give me the lady. Will I be getting Gory's Chessable course? I haven't thought about that. Yeah, we're running late. Kevin is was in the Uber I'm on. I forgot that I offered to order Kevin an Uber. And I should have done that earlier. Let me get something right away. Also, I ordered Kevin an Uber Black because it's his birthday, so it took a while. Took a while. 2 minutes. Cars here in 2 minutes. Don't blunder. If you don't blunder, good things will happen. Don't sack. Fucker. It's okay. Only down 2 pawns. Really? Let's speed up. Can I get some speed? Can I get some speed? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. The speed is here. Okay, I gotta go. I didn't do well, but next time. I'll play better next time. I gotta go. We'll be back. We're streaming in like 3 hours, maybe 3-4 hours. So see you then. Enjoy a few hours away. Make sure to follow and check out today's Settle Tuesday on YouTube. Bye for now.